Hey, you guys, and welcome to our first daytime live broadcast. Welcome if you are jumping on. Please take a second to make sure you leave me a comment in the comment section so that I know that you're here. If you are one of our previous students, I also appreciate it if you let me know which month or which course that you have taken with us. And if you're new, welcome. Always feel free to introduce yourself in the comment section. I go back through after I'm done talking about our subject for today and make sure that I welcome everyone who's jumping on. Excuse me for a second, I'm just gonna fix this lighting here really quick. Right there, it's a little better. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have a lot of new women in our community, so I wanna take a second to just introduce myself briefly. My name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women find nutritional plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And I am also a certified exercise nutrition coach. I myself am part of the subject that we are going to be talking about today, and that is the timed nutritional meal plans. And excuse me, it's daytime, so my dog is active and running around, so she might bark a little bit during the broadcast, but hopefully it won't be too interrupting for anyone. So I have followed the timed meal plan philosophy, also known as dieting, and I have spent most of my adult life going from fat to fit to fat. And so we're going to talk about that today and why it is that happens to us and why dieting is just that thing that just doesn't work for us in the long run. So timed meal plans, what does that mean? Timed meal plans is when you set up the course of your day so that you are building in a meal every couple of hours. So it's usually about 6 really small meals a day, broken up every 2 hours, and it's usually suggested that you eat a meal before you engage in any type of exercise, so that your body is constantly in a state of being fed. Your body always has food and nutrients and calories readily available as its energy source. So you're just fueling your system throughout the day. Now, why is that a fat to fit to fat sort of mentality? Well, most people diet because they are unhappy with where their current state of physique or energy or lifestyle is. And so they jump into a diet type of system, meaning a plan designed for the masses that tells you exactly what to do, so very structured. And you do it for a short period of time, that's the fit part. And then as soon as you reach the end goal of your planned diet or your planned meal type of situation, and you've probably reached your goals, you tend to just go back to whatever it was that you were doing when you entered into this system, which is, again, the fat stage. So the results that most women get on a diet plan or a timed type of meal system are very short-lived. And they're very short-lived for a couple of reasons. If you're currently unhappy with the way you're living your life, and you're currently unhappy with the way your physique is, and you make positive changes, you're gonna yield results. So you see very quick results and you feel really good about what it is you're doing, and then the end of your diet arrives, or the diet that you've been on has run its course, and you're super excited about the way you feel and you're super confident, and then you don't know what to do because you have been blindly following someone else's plan. Then when you have to go back to thinking for yourself, the natural thing for us to do is to go back to thinking the way we were thinking before we were following someone else. So we just naturally fall back into our old habits or our old way of living or our old lifestyles, and then we end up getting the old physique or the old lifestyle or the results we had before. So that's where the fat to fit to fat is. If you follow anyone who is a dieter or who follows a timed type of meal plan, you will watch them go through these series of changes throughout the course of their life. Fat, fit, fat. It's rampant in the fitness industry because that sells. I'm fat. I don't know what to do. I felt miserable. I did XYZ. I feel amazing. Look at my body. Oh, now I stopped doing that. I'm fat again. And it's this vicious cycle of the yo-yo dieting or the diet mentality that in the health and fitness industry sells really well, because we're constantly seeking out that next quick fix, that next good feeling, that next plan that's going to finally work for us. But what we don't stop to consider is that it's not our plan. It's a plan that will meet what our own body needs. And we've stopped thinking for ourselves. And that's exactly what the major diet industry or major nutritional industry wants us to do. They don't want us to think for ourselves. They want us to pay them to think for us. So as long as you are allowing yourself to blindly follow these diet plans and blindly follow these rigid type of meal prep, planning a meal every 2 hours, taking your food with you, counting your calories, weighing out your portions, then you'll never be free of this dieting, fat, fit, fat regimen and mentality. And then if we take it a step further and we just think about our own body chemistry and how it is that we are just designed to operate as we go through life and the aging process. And when I say aging process, I mean from infancy to toddler to childhood to adolescence to young adult to the stage for women when we're in our childbearing years, to that stage of post childbearing years where our hormones start to settle down and slow down, to perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause. Our needs nutritionally drastically change. And there's a very specific reason why infants and toddlers and young kids need to eat frequently. Their body is in a growth season. Their cellular makeup and cellular development is constantly changing. And the demands and the needs of their bodies are so high, because think about what happens and how quickly an infant puts on weight, or what their developmental changes are, and what are the needs that developing body needs nutritionally to survive. And as we move through the aging process, infancy, toddler, childhood, young teen, adolescence, young adult, childbearing, perimenopause, we're no longer in a growth state. We've done all the growing that we are required to do sort of metabolically and cellularly. So what happens is if we continue to eat and we continue to diet and we continue to feed our body with the nutrients that we did when we were in a growth state, then guess what? You're going to grow, but you're not going to grow in the developmental aspect of growing. You're going to grow in the aspect of fat storage, and you're going to grow in the development of cellular deterioration, and you're going to grow in the state of your body eventually starting to just be in overload mode, and then in turn starts to break down. So why is it that we are still eating like infants and toddlers, feeding our body every few hours? Why is it that we're doing it? It's because we're being duped by the diet industry. It's because we're being duped by the nutritional industry. It's because we're being duped by the food industry. And we're led to believe that we constantly need to be in a fed state. And when we're constantly in a fed state, we are going to constantly live our life from fat to fit to fat. Because we're unhappy, we find a quick fix, and then we're unhappy again. And it's a vicious cycle that most women have been stuck in for way too long. So what is the answer to the fat, fit, fat cycle? And what's the answer if we're not going to diet? Well, if we know that we do not have to live in a constant state of nourishment, we don't have to constantly be feeding our body with food because we're no longer in that growth type of season, and we're actually in a season where we're really wanting to just be stabilized in what it is that we're doing, and we have tons of trapped calories stored away in our body in the means of fat, the best thing that we can do is take long periods of our day and just not eat. This is where intermittent fasting has been playing a huge role for women, and a huge role in how it is we can reverse this yo-yo diet, fat, fit, fat cycle that we have been living on and has been ruling our life for so long. And if you think about the fact that your body has the survival techniques to go several hours without actually putting calories in it, then you'll understand how it is that your body can actually thrive in the state of fasting. Because your body is going to go in and find what it needs to survive, and thus put yourself in a position where you can now utilize calories more efficiently. If you're constantly feeding your body never has an opportunity to tap into its stored fat cells as a source of energy, because you're constantly putting your body in a state of sugar readiness. So you're constantly having sugar or sugar energy available as a source of burning. And if we just take a period of time within our day and cut off the readily available energy source of sugar and allow our body an opportunity to tap into its own fat stores as energy, we will actually be able to live a life of fit, and no longer have to go back to the state of fat, because our body is going to learn how to do that for us. It's going to learn how to use the energy that we have been storing away for years as we've been in this yo-yo dieting type of mentality, and it's going to learn how to use it as its energy source, which makes it possible for us to no longer have to live by a timed meal plan cycle, which means we'll no longer have to diet again. We won't have to live in calorie deprivation. We won't have to carry little insulated bags around with us and make sure that we're eating every couple of hours. We're not infants. We are grown up women. We do not need to eat like we are in a state of growth. We are no longer growing. We are pretty stabilized at where we're going to go. And if we want to live our life in a healthful way and in an energized way and in a way we no longer have to be trapped in a diet, then the best thing that you can do is stop blindly following other people's diet plans and stop believing that you need to eat every 2 hours in order to keep your metabolism revved up and keep yourself in a state of fat burning. It is doing just the opposite. So be careful when you're entering in this season of a new year with all the fad diets that are going around and all the tricky ways that people are titling what it is they're doing. And just know that your body's going to be okay. You do not need to live in a state of constantly providing sugar energy for your body. And the health benefits that are going to come when you stop loading yourself with toxic sources of energy based off sugar supplies and can utilize the fat stores that you have, you will be happier, healthier, more energized, have a clearer mind, and stop going through those cycles of fat, fit, fat, and be able to live a lifestyle forever of being constantly fit. So I'm going to take a second and welcome everyone who's jumped on with us this afternoon. Like I said, if you're jumping on and you're new, let me know that you're new. If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comment section now. I'm going to go through and answer them. And if you are a previous student of mine, let me know what month you were in or where you're tuning in from, and I'll go in and answer those as well. So for those of you who aren't sure what intermittent fasting can do for you, or what we are teaching here in this community of living a keto-like lifestyle, because remember, you don't need to diet, which means you don't need to follow anybody's philosophy or methodology for the way that you're going to eat your food in the course of your day. What we do here in this community, and what I do specifically in the course that I teach for women, is I teach you how to go back to thinking for yourself. Thinking about the foods that are going to make you your best, the foods that are going to make you look and feel your best and help you live your most authentic life. And there's no way as women that we can live our life authentically if we're blindly following other people. We need to step up and be the leaders. the leaders of our health, our well-being, our happiness, and yes, our authenticity. And that means that we need to start making decisions for ourselves and stop relying on other people to tell us what to eat. Stop relying on people to tell us how many calories we're supposed to have. Stop relying on people to tell us that we need to weigh our food, because those things are just not true. And we do that here in this community with a course that we offer every month to teach you how to really establish a healthy relationship with yourself and get in touch with what it is that your body's trying to tell you as far as nutrition and your overall health and well-being. Carla, so good to have you here. I'm going to welcome my Facebook friends first, and then I'll jump on over to YouTube and make sure I say hello and welcome you guys all over there. So glad you were in our July and alumni group as well. Janet is here in the daytimes. Good to have you with us, Janet, while the sun is shining. Catherine, nice to have you from Utah. Jillian from Canada, nice to have you here. Timothea, good to have you back, Miss X Cheerleader. Danola, perfect timing on this subject for me. Awesome. I'm glad it's perfect timing for you. Diane, good to have you here. Romy, I'm listening while driving at a red light. Okay, well, make sure you have your hands free on your phone. Debbie from Fort Myers, holiday mini course and January course. Thanks for being with us in January. Carrie, I am so happy to have you here live, girlfriend. And I'm glad to hear that you're feeling much better today. Good for you. Maria, good to have you here. Fasting for 20 hours today. Fantastic. Diane from January course. Eleni from the November course, first live viewing. Well, congratulations. Thank you for being here. Joanne, glad to have you with us live as well. And another Diane is here. Christine, I got a little bit of a runny nose. Sorry about that. Christine from Detroit, holiday mini course. Let's see, Jenny from the alumni course. Jillian, yep, been there, done that. Yeah, we've all done it. And and I feel a little extra guilty because I have been the one that's been teaching women how to diet very unsuccessfully for 25 years. But it's not our fault. Like, we didn't know any better. That's what we've just been taught to believe. We've been taught to believe that breakfast is the healthiest meal of the day and the best way to start your day. And the reality is the best way to start your day is just with a nice big old glass of water and no food, and let your body's system kind of do what it's supposed to do on its own. So yeah, we're all a little guilty, but that's okay. We know better now, so we can make better choices. Hated with a passion the dieting lifestyle. Yes, Jenny, me too. Pamela Garvin from rainy and windy NorCal. Wow. All of you who are listening while you're driving, please make sure you're paying attention to the road, please. Lori Lewis, great to be on with you midday. Yeah, I'm loving it. Sue, nice to have you here. Joanne, yes, my daughter wanted to skip breakfast for at quite a young age. Now she skips breakfast and naturally IFs. Yeah, it's so funny. One of the big, aha moments I had when I started intermittent fasting and realizing that breakfast is not the healthiest meal of the day was I stopped forcing food down my kids' throats in the morning. And gosh, man, it makes morning time so much easier trying to get your kids off to school when you're not like ramming waffles down their throat and starting their day off with a nice sugary carbohydrate high. So, and it's so funny how kids are so intuitive about those things. They know what their body needs, and they sense, they're listening to the signs and signals that their body is sending them because they haven't been tainted yet by society and marketing and all the fad diets and all that kind of stuff. So we should probably take note of that and pay a little bit more attention to what our kids are trying to tell us and what their body systems are saying, because it's probably a little bit more accurate because they're still in that natural kind of naive state. Debbie, loving the new time twice a week. Yeah, I'm loving it too. Carrie, I used to force my daughter to eat. Now I let them eat when their body asks for it to be fed. With my husband and I's lifestyles, they naturally aren't looking for food until dinner with a midday snack. Yeah, that's true. So we get to kind of set that for them because, we are kind of the ones who teach our kids these habits of eating constantly. And we talk a lot about the emotional aspect of food and our food stories and stuff, and how, when your kid says they're bored, like we're like, go get something to eat, or food is just uses that thing as like to pacify time or to pacify feelings, or we've used it as a reward, or we've used it as a punishment. And we really don't use it as a state of just sustenance. And, a lot of times too, people use food as a source of entertainment. When you get together with people, the natural thing to do is just go eat, as opposed to going for a walk or, doing some activity other than putting food in your body. So, it's natural that kids are going to kind of fall into that and develop that as they become adults. And I think our generation is probably victim of that more than most, but we can break that. So it's great that we're all setting a good new way of living around food for our kids. Susan, so tired of people telling me how important breakfast is. Yeah, me too. That's okay. We don't need to tell people what we do in the morning. I was a May student and alumni, and now the 218 course. Awesome, Carrie. Claire, good to see you from the UK. I love it. It's 9 p.m. Well, 9 p.m. is way better than 3 a.m. So I'm hoping that this time is working for my UK ladies as well. Anita, just found you. Well, Anita, welcome to our community. We love having new women here. We go live Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, both YouTube and Facebook, so you can catch us in either place. And then make sure that you're subscribed and that you're on YouTube, and that you are set up for notifications on Facebook. So when we go live, you'll get a message that you can jump in with us. So good to have you here. Love having new people. Sue, so true. Do many packaged foods loaded with chemicals and toxins? Yeah. You know, and that's where we talked about in our course where sodium gets a bad rap, and we really need sodium in our life. But sodium in processed foods and sodium in its natural state are two completely different things, and we need sodium. So we have to just really be careful about how we pick the food that we eat, and try to take as little food out of packages as we can and try to eat it in its most natural state if possible. Julie from Norco, California. Always good to see you, Julie. Dina, alumni course. Mary, January course and passion planner course. I haven't posted my passion planner post today, but I'm going to post that as soon as we get off of here. Paige, you're new but already feel better and happier. Paige, I'm so happy to hear that. Welcome to our community. Melanie, October group. Lisa, you're new. Welcome, Lisa. Good to have you here as well. Make sure that you've hit that like button and that you're set up for notifications. From Whittier, California. Linda from Tallahassee. Cheryl from Ontario. Wendella from the January course. Nice to have you here. You guys are going to love my January course, people. You are going to love tomorrow's lesson. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you guys to listen to it. Lisa Gonzalez, haven't taken a course. Oh my gosh, girlfriend, you got to jump into our course. Our next one is February 2nd. Okay, so for those of you who are new and you're like, what's this course stuff? I'll just kind of let you know where we are in our January course. So I have women in us with our January course. It's what is today of our January course? Day 4, I believe it is, and they're already feeling better. 4 days. So if you're kind of confused about what to do about dieting these days, or what to do about your nutrition, or how to balance your hormones, or how to get your energy back, or how to, what we call it here, experience the energized sense of calm, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you jump into our course starting February 2nd. It's gonna blow your mind. So Lisa, we post in the comment section the link for more information about the course. So just make sure that you get on our list and we start to send you information and let you know more about the course as it starts to get closer to that date. And just check in here with us because I share little bits of information on the lives as well. But definitely get on our email list and we'll keep you posted of some good information. Julie, Lisa, you won't be sorry. Yeah. Julie's a good grad, a good testimonial for us as well. Andrea, January course, 20 more minutes to finish the 20-hour fast. Wow, you jumped right in. I'm so proud of you. Paula from Washington took a break for a while, but back at IF and loving it. Awesome. I've done 16-8, but stopped now. Want to get back. It seems hard. Lisa, we teach you how to do it the easy way. So get on our mailing list is the best thing that I can tell you. Tamara from the January course, 20 hours. My January ladies are killing it. And then Juanita from the June grad and alumni. Awesome. So does keto. So my son does keto, so I want to just combine them. Okay, so Lisa, it's not an accident that you found us. You're in the right place. We practice intermittent fasting in a keto-like lifestyle. So we teach you how to incorporate foods in your feasting window where you don't have to be so stressed out about following a specific diet plan. Carla, by the way, so far I really like the change in how you've presented the information in the new course. Great job. I like it better than the old presentation. Awesome. I'm glad that you're noticing the change, and I'm incorporating a lot of my certification for my nutrition coaching. So I'm kind of trying to just bring you guys information in a new way that's easy for you guys to absorb it and then immediately put it into practice. So Lisa, not an accident at all. So excited. Yeah. Good. I'm so glad you're here. And then Jillian, I'm in the January course and I'm feeling better emotionally, lighter emotionally. That's called the energized sense of calm, and you've hit it in day 4. So I'm super excited for you, which I love, and I'm sure everyone I work with loves too. Yes. I feel confident that I have made a fantastic choice by joining this group, and so excited about my life moving forward. I did an 18-hour fast today, was hungry, but got through it with the group support and the power of knowledge, and I'm gaining through the course itself. Awesome, Jillian. And I got to tell you, when you hear tomorrow's lesson, you're going to have this like aha moment, and you're going to understand why all of those changes are happening for you and why they're happening so fast. So congratulations, and thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see who we have over here on YouTube. I'll welcome everyone and then answer any questions or comments y'all have over here. Aquarianus, hello from London, just tuned in live for the first time. I love your channel. Well, gosh, I'm so happy to have you here live. I'm thinking that this time is going to be great for my ladies across the pond. So thank you so much for being such great supporters of our channel. And I love that you get to be here live so I can interact with you. This is perfect. Doreen, so excited to finally catch you live from Scotland. Doreen, good to catch you here with us. Cheryl, I was fasting and felt dizzy, so I ate. Cheryl, next time you are fasting and you feel dizzy, drink water, and you'll feel better. Karen, first time from Oklahoma. Karen, make sure that you subscribe while you're here with us live so you'll know when we go live again. We try to share as much information as we can here on the YouTube and Facebook broadcast, so welcome. Milena, wonderful to join live from Luxembourg. Wow, so good to have you here with us. Kitty, is this live right now? Kitty Cat, it is. Sue, watching at the dentist. I have dedicated. Yeah, that's the best. You know what's so funny, Susan? I don't know if you've listened to the talk that we've had before about the dentist and intermittent fasting, but the last time I went to the dentist, I had an amazing checkup, and I had some previous situations at the dentist where I was having some, you know, when they do the periodontal test, and you know they're tapping your gums and they give you the numbers 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I had some areas in the back. I've never had my wisdom teeth taken out, so I've teeth way far back in my mouth, and it's really hard for me sometimes to get back there and brush, and so that's my 5-4 area all the time. And when I went in this last time and they did the test, I had 3s, 2s, and 1s, and barely any 3s. And so we got into the subject of intermittent fasting and how I believe that intermittent fasting is also helping with my just general oral mouth care and health. And if you think about the fact that you're going long periods of time without putting bacteria into your mouth in the form of food, and you're cutting down on your carbohydrates, which means the sugar level is down in your food, in your mouth as well, that it actually helps with keeping your mouth healthier. So pay attention to what's going on at the dentist, and then subsequent follow-up appointments, see how your dental hygiene is changing for the better. And it's all related to what we're doing with your fasting and your feasting. So congratulations, and let's see if your dentist or your hygienist noticed that with you when you go back for your next appointment. Okay, so let's see who else is here. Susie, how do I join? Susie, there's a link in the comment section that is usually it's like a IF group join kind of link. Go ahead and click on that. You'll get into our email list, and then we keep you posted about everything we have going on. And our next course will start February 2nd. So I always just say get registered and get in. That way you'll be on our email list. I was just desperately looking for some nutritional guidance. Kitty Cat, girlfriend, you are here, and no need to look any further. We will hook you up. Susie, brand new, congratulations. Make sure you subscribed. Sherry, April grad alumni course, hello from New Mexico. Doreen, for the first time ever, I haven't watched or read any January diets. Feels liberating. I know, girlfriend, like we have so much more time. We're not entering January panicked. And then here's what happens. You guys all know because we've been there before. You enter January panicked and desperate. And then by February, you're depressed and feeling like a failure because whatever diet plan you were on was too hard to manage, and you couldn't, and life came in and, you know, got in the way, and you fell off. So January, you're desperate, frantic, maybe a little optimistic because you finally found the magic pill. And then by February, you're bummed out and depressed and probably gained more weight than you ever lost. So no need to do that anymore. This is a lifestyle we're creating because we're learning how to make decisions for ourselves, and we're not following someone else's plan that has nothing to do with us. And we're really tapping into those signs and signals that our body is sending us. Your body's going to tell you what you need, but we have been programmed to shut that off and stop listening and stop thinking for ourselves. And we're going to shut that back on, and we're going to really pay attention, and you are going to figure out what it is that your body and your system and your hormones and everything needs, and you're going to fix yourself. And it's the best feeling ever. Okay, let's see. Where did I leave off over here on YouTube? YouTube doesn't stay still, so I have to go back and figure out where I was left off. Okay, so Susie, welcome. I'm so glad you're new and you're here. Make sure you're subscribing. I did that one. Chris, January group, almost ready to break my 23-hour fast, but feeling flu-ish. Chris, don't freak out about feeling flu-ish. That's normal. We're going to talk about that in Thursday's lesson. So the way you're feeling is normal. Just make sure you feast on your nutrient-dense foods, drink lots of water. You're going to feel fine. And in a couple of days, that's going to all go away. Taz from England, welcome. So good to have you here as well. Make sure you subscribe. Kelly, I'm new, member of January course. So glad to have you here with us live, Kelly. Everlasting message, hello. Is it Glance? I'm doing 1 day on and 1 day off fasting. Am I right? Well, you know, I don't know if you're right. It's all kind of a personal thing. Should I be doing 2 days on? I believe in intermittent fasting in a 24-hour window and not subsequent days of fasting. And if you fast correctly within a 24-hour window and feast correctly within a 24-hour window, you can fast and feast in the same 24-hour block. No need for excessive hours being in a fasted state. And that's what we teach you how to do in our course. Kelly, got through 18 hours and just kept saying, hungry is where the magic happens whenever I felt hungry. And that's where that phrase came from, Kelly. So that's perfect. Use it whenever you need it. Cheryl, well, first time I have attended live, too late at night for me. Well, Cheryl, we'll be here Tuesdays and Thursdays for you. So jump back in with us on Thursday as well. Lori Ann, so happy to see you mid-afternoon. Happy to have you with us. Karen, in the January course, been watching videos for a couple of weeks. Awesome. Didn't get my YouTube notification until 24 after. That's weird. Maybe it's just a delay thing, but just know that we are here Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Is Facebook going out and in, Michael? No. Oh. Just know that we are here Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Michael, can you see what's up with my computer? It's popped off. Hold on a second, YouTube. Let's see if I can get Facebook back. Is it plugged in over there? Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, Facebook. I think we just lost you. Okay, let's see what we got over here in YouTube. Let's see, where was that? I think it just died. Doris just started today. Awesome. So happy to hear that. Hey, Linda, good to have you. April from December alumni. Kitty Cat, first time here. Helped Bulletproof coffee breakfast for years now. Good for 40-year-old women, recently fatigued and breathless. I don't believe in the Bulletproof coffee for breakfast, so that might be where you might be having some problems. Susie, what happens when you reach the right size body? Well, if you understand what intermittent fasting does for you on the overall wellness and health side, then you would always want to be in a fasted state. So what you want to do is just make sure that you are meeting your nutrient requirements for your body, and then you want to just manage your fasting and your feasting based on where it is your goals are and kind of how you're feeling. So you can play with your fasting window a little bit more once you've reached your health and goal weight. So that's what you want to be looking at. Okay, for some reason my Facebook just popped off, so clearly we're gonna have to figure out some daytime things and make sure that we stay live here. Michael, I don't know. I think my Facebook is off.
Yeah, it's off.
Okay. I think because the camera popped off. So, okay, we'll just stay over here on YouTube really quick. Okay, so let's see what else. Okay, let's see. Kitty cat, first time here, help. Okay, we already did that one. What happens when you reach your body size? We did that question. Rebecca, hi from Australia. Just started IF and feeling amazing. Even did a 2 back-to-back hour-long fitness classes and felt super energized. Love this. Yeah, Rebecca, that's what we call the energized sense of calm. And when you are efficient at burning your own fat stores as energy, you'll have an abundance of energy. So congratulations for picking up on that and taking advantage of it. Deborah, just got my YouTube notification. That's weird. Like your encouragement, I slowly get into low carb, keto, intermittent fasting, hard work. Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily be hard. Lori Lewis, I don't know what happened with Facebook, so just always know you can come over here to YouTube. So not a problem there. Let me get this light out of my eyes. Okay, let's see. Kitty cat, Bulletproof coffee, 4 years now, no sugar, carbs, protein. I'm 43 years old. What is suggested for my age? Feeling weird recently. Kitty cat, that's just because you're hormonally changing, and so you kind of have to make some adjustments in your life to accommodate for those hormonal changes, and your needs nutritionally have just changed. So what you want to do is try to get your hormones back in balance, and the best way to do that is to intermittent fast. Kelly, when I broke my fast today, I didn't want to stop eating. Any suggestions to help not overeat? Yeah, that's coming. It's normal. It's because your hormones, your hunger hormones haven't balanced out yet. So they're just not firing off the right signals to your brain. That'll eventually balance out in a couple days. So don't worry about it. Just make sure that you're eating good food and you eat lots of fat. Having fat in your system will be that thing that will help those neuropeptides send the signals to your body that you've had enough nutrients. Subi, I'm in your January class, and this is the first time seeing you live, loving IF. Oh, I'm so happy you're with us live. Laura, lovely to watch you live. Did I need to watch my calorie intake during my feasting window? You'll find that out tomorrow, for sure. That's the lesson for tomorrow. I don't know, it's like the camera thing. The camera popped off for some reason. Anna from Norway, why don't you believe in Bulletproof coffee? Well, if you're in a truly fasted state, Bulletproof coffee takes you out of your fasted state. I believe in Bulletproof coffee for some people, just not if you're trying to, just if you're not if you want to be in a truly fasted state. Bulletproof coffee is a feast. So it works really well with like a ketogenic type of diet where you're wanting to maintain high levels of fat and you need that energy source because you're going so extremely low in your carbohydrate intake. But if you're fasting correctly and you're feasting correctly, then Bulletproof coffee is sort of like a crutch or a treat, and it's not necessary. That's just what we've been learning with the way that we've been doing our fasting. So I apologize for the Facebook feed dropping off. Who knows what happened there. Like we did in our nighttime live broadcast, it might take a broadcast or two to kind of get the kinks smoothed out a little bit. Obviously, you guys heard Callie, my dog, barking in the background, so we'll see if we can kind of keep that under wraps, and we'll figure out what happened with Facebook. But just know, Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will be here at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then Mondays and Wednesdays will be here as well at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am so excited that more of you have been able to jump on live who just couldn't do it before because of the time being so late in your area, your part of the world, or maybe just that it was just late in general for you. So I'm really excited that this time seems like it's going to be working out for us. Make sure you come back often. I'm always excited to see you guys live and be able to answer your questions right here on the spot. And then for those of you that are new, make sure that you click that link and you get on our email list. We're really good about keeping you posted on stuff that we have going on in our community. We share some of our success stories with you. And then we'll also let you know about the upcoming courses that we have. And if you want to just jump into the community and get on our registration page, don't hesitate. Just go ahead and jump in. Our class will definitely start on February 2nd, and we would love to know that you're committed to making some changes for yourself in 2018, and we would love to be on this journey with you. Not only do we take our new students with us through our courses, but we also have some of our very successful graduates and alumni members come through as well to offer support and guidance for you. So it's definitely a community and a great group of women. Oh, Debbie, glad you found us over here. Glad you're willing to tweak it and not take it away. It's great for us Europeans. Yeah, I know. And it was really hard to try to find a time frame, Carrie, during the day that worked for us. just because of, you know, life or whatever. And then we just found that 9 o'clock every night was tough on my little daughter. She's 11. And I didn't get to say goodnight to her 4 nights out of the week, and they were her school nights. So that's the big reason why we kind of moved a couple to the day, so that I can be present with my daughter a couple nights a week and make sure I can kiss her and tuck her into bed, because, you know, before long she's not going to want me to do that. So I don't want to miss any of that stuff. And I'm trying to live my most authentic life as well. And the best way that I can do that is make sure that I'm taking care of my people and my kids. Yvonne, hello, just got it on 10 minutes ago. We'll go back and listen to the beginning. Awesome, Yvonne, and we need to get on the phone, girlfriend. From London, you're welcome. Jane from Australia just joined live video, only a few minutes, as have got to get going to work. Don't worry, it's always recorded. You can go back and catch the recording for sure. Kitty Cat, what's the difference between ketogenic and intermittent fasting for 40-year-old women? What is suggested healthiest option? Well, it's kind of a personal decision. I wouldn't say that ketogenic dieting is not necessarily healthy. And I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, one is better for the other depending on your age. What we find is that the intermittent fasting and incorporating some of the aspects of the ketogenic diet really have allowed us to live our life most authentically, meaning that we don't have to diet down. We don't have to make food sacrifices all the time. We're not the girl at the party who can't have fun or can't eat this or can't do that because she's so limited on what she can do in her nutritional window. So intermittent fasting and the keto-like lifestyle has built in an opportunity for us to be flexible. And it's the way that I've have really kind of formulated this course, and how I teach women how to get control of their hormones and their health and live a life that you can be authentic in, because life's too short to not have the fun things as far as food goes, and life's too short to always miss the parties, and life's too short to not have a glass of wine every now and then. And in order to stay in a true ketogenic state, those are things that are hard to add in. So intermittent fasting is just a way for us to not have to diet and use the timing aspect to be at our in our favor is basically it. Serena, hi, I'm new. I'm interested in intermittent fasting. Any tips for daytime snackers? I snack throughout the day to keep from getting hangry. Yeah, once you become fat adaptive, you won't be hangry, and snacking throughout the day is the worst thing that you could do for your blood sugar levels. So if you're a snacker, I would redefine how you describe yourself and say you're a faster, and instead of snacking, fast. Okay, cool. So I am going to go ahead and log off. We have to go pick up my daughter from school. We are the post-school carpool parents. So we're going to go pick the kids up and make sure everybody gets home to their houses very safely. And then I will catch you guys tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. Just know tomorrow night I will be here at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just log in or check your YouTube, put a reminder on your phone. I think if you wait for the notification, it might be a little bit too late into the broadcast. So just jump on, we'll be here. And then we're back here on Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. For those of you who are interested, the links are there, or you can always follow us on Instagram. We have lots of great information and stuff happening on Instagram. You can follow us there at For Today's Aging Women. We always love new followers on Instagram as well. And again, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your trust in me, with you and your health. Thank you for sharing your stories. And then I will see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a super fantastic day.